Hi. Now, when I was a little kid, obviously my parents were bringing me up. Yes. Anyway, so we had the Christian rhymes. I went to a school which was mixed, but it was basically Anglican, so Christian. And you had all the Christian rhymes. Now one of these was that little boys are made of slugs and snails and puppy dogs' tails, and the sun shines out of girls' arses. Yes. But unfortunately for the dipshit teachers that were teaching me, they didn't realise that I watched the news every single night, every single morning with my dad, because he let me watch the news because, well, it's the news. So I'd watch the 6 o'clock news, I'd watch the 9 o'clock news, well, that'd be the last one because I'd be in bed by then, and in the morning I'd watch the news in the morning on television. So you'd see things like this, and of course when you see the sun doesn't shine out of girls' arses, and your teacher's telling you that the sun shines out of girls' arses and little boys are bastards, right, and other little fucking rhymes as well, you tend not to believe a word that they're saying when it comes to religious studies, don't you? They are cretins.
Heather Mook said she'd never intended to kill her fourth husband John. She just wanted to confuse him after fleecing his elderly mother of £43,000, which should have been paying for residential care. While denying wanting to kill her husband John, Heather Mook admitted causing him harm with the poisons. Earlier she had admitted 19 charges of theft, forgery and obtaining money by deception relating to her mother-in-law, Frida Mook. It emerged after trial that Mook had given her 7-year-old daughter poison in 1982 and has convictions for deception over 30 years.
I think she's dishonest and I think she's deceitful, and I think that can be shown throughout her dealings with John Mook and her dealings in stealing Frida Mook, John's mother's money, and then trying to cover up those aspects of how she's done that. She's never assisted the police in the investigation.
A daughter told York Crown Court of seeing her 60-year-old father confused and agitated in hospital last January after he'd ingested the antidepressants given him by his wife. He'd been hallucinating, lying on the floor pretending he was fishing and driving his bus. A toxicology expert said in evidence an overdose of the antidepressants could cause a fit and a heart to stop. He said such a patient would not be guaranteed to leave hospital alive.
As you can imagine, it's a very distressing time for the family. I think it's fair to say that John Mook probably would still have feelings for his wife. He's very pleased at the outcome. He thinks that justice has been seen to be done. I think he realises now the consequences of everything when he's actually sat and listened to everything in court of what's actually happened to him.
Heather Mook showed little emotion at her conviction. She was warned by a judge jail is certain when he sentences her next month. John Cundy, BBC Look North, York.
Now, I was watching Myra Hindley when I was a kid. Demon bitch child killer, Myra Hindley. And other women just like her, and the sun shines out of these people's arses. Sun shines out their arse, the teachers were saying. Yeah, and little boys are wankers, little bastards. So what do you think I did in religious studies? Excuse me, miss, Myra Hindley's not a very nice woman. Oh yeah, but she's evil. Well, that means not all women abide by your nursery rhyme that you just said to me. And this is the kind of thing I was saying to teachers when I was 5 years old, and they were baffled and they didn't know what to say to me. They hadn't got a clue what to say to me. because I was watching the news and remembering what had been done, and highlighting it in class. All the other children were laughing at the teachers and siding with me. So the teachers decided to demonise me. And that's a little inkling why I'm so aggressive on my videos. Because I got lied to when I was a child, and I knew I was being lied to by the cretin teachers who had got a curriculum and had been told to do what they were doing. Well, what they were doing was trying to brainwash all of the children, males and females, into a certain slot. Well, they weren't brainwashing me, and that's what they do. UK brainwashing arseholes. Thick idiots! You know, I'm reflecting on what I've just said on this video, and I do this a lot anyway in real life, just reflecting on things. And there must be literally millions of men in England who completely agree with me. They thought to themselves, that teacher up there speaking to me is a cretin. But they didn't know what to do. They just had to sit there and listen. Some of them played up, some of them scratched crap into tables, some of them stuck chewing gum underneath the tables just to try and rebel a little bit. Yeah? Now, when you're confusing your children like that, how do you expect your children to turn out as decent citizens? How do you expect them to turn out as decent law-abiding citizens when you're teaching them confusion from day dot? From the very first day they're in school, they're being confused. You're literally teaching your children confusion from the first day they're at school. And in reflection, you just know it's going to send a fair amount of the society mad. And I go out there and I see mad people. Complete mad idiots. Ripping each other off. Acting insane. And then complaining about it. Because they're getting ripped off themselves. And ripping off each other. It's a big cycle of stupidity. And then they're breeding and bringing the children up to go through the same mess. Just so they can have a laugh at the children. Which is even sicker. And oh well, it's pretty good entertainment. I'll carry on watching it and commenting on it. Just watch my videos and bear in mind, although I find it mildly entertaining, when it starts affecting me it really pisses me off.